Mario Kart is a giant machine. Every release sells millions of copies without question, and it's almost impossible to imagine the world of gaming without it. But the success of this machine wasn't as clear in 1991 as it is today. The Super Nintendo came out in 1991, and it was a ridiculously popular console, selling 49 million units worldwide, and stomping Sega and other competitors for market dominance. It brought beautiful colour to home consoles, as well as the capability for basic 3D effects, and was home to many great titles. Super Mario Kart followed in 1992, and it makes use of the console really well, featuring 3D split-screen multiplayer, a rare achievement at the time, and cementing its place as a game for family and friends around the world. The game was an instant hit upon release, sold 8.7 million copies worldwide, and is often ranked as one of the best games of all time. The maps are instantly recognisable to any players in Mario Kart, the distinct styles of each, from the grassy fields of Donut Plains, the lava pits and angry thwomps of Bowser Castle, the tight corners in the dark haunted map of Ghost Valley, the rolling waves of Cooper Beach. They're all beautifully designed, and their stylistic markings have been carried on into every game to follow. The items, however, are what make Mario Kart. Bringing combat into racing had hardly been attempted before. The battle mode was also an important staple of Mario Kart. Simple arena levels with obstacles for you to battle it out with your friends using the whole array of items. This game cemented the future of Mario Kart as a franchise while bringing countless hours of fun to families and friends around the world. It's a true masterpiece. The development of the N64 started in 1993, and it was released in 1996, bringing many innovations along with it. Its controller included an analog stick and a trigger, opening up a world of new control schemes, and its 64-bit processor blew the competition out of the water with its power. The graphics crisp and sharp, bringing full polygonal 3D to the world of Nintendo, and lacking the wonkiness of the affine texturing that marks the first PlayStation's graphics. Mario Kart 64 released several months later, although it was planned as a launch title. Nintendo delayed it at the last minute in order to make the 3D graphics better. It succeeded its predecessor in every way, while staying loyal to the core premise of the Mario Kart experience. We got 4-player split screen, a whole host of new maps, new items, new gameplay mechanics, and much more. It brought true 3D to the level design, giving us features impossible on the SNES, and truly revolutionary at the time. The environments were awesome. Now you have stadiums, ramps and jumps, bridges, whatever you describe Rainbow Road as. We got the blue shell in this game, leveling the player field now and taking the edge off the speed demons, who became especially prevalent with the introduction of the drift boost, which brings the game to newer and faster heights, enabling a speed boost at pretty much every corner if you've got the skill. This game succeeded its predecessor with giant sales, and follows it as one of the greatest games of all time. It has sold 9.87 million copies worldwide, and remains the classical Mario Kart experience in the minds of the world today. The Game Boy Advance was released in 2001, and soon after came Mario Kart Super Circuit. The game was incredible for the time, bringing the pseudo 3D graphics of the SNES game to a handheld game console, and improving the formula significantly with beautiful artwork around the whole game. It's often considered to be like a step between Super Mario Kart and Mario Kart 64, but it's honestly a beast of its own. The levels are absolutely gorgeous, the character sprites are awesome, and the controls are seamless, adapting the simple formula of the SNES game perfectly to the portability of the Game Boy, while keeping some of the innovations, like the drift boost, which has been significantly refined. The game sold 5.9 million copies worldwide, and was a great success. This game is ridiculously well polished, and for me still one of the most fun Mario Kart experiences. How do you innovate on success? The Gamecube had some weird stuff happening. In fact, it was a weird time for the whole world of gaming, music, and media in general. And Mario Kart Double Dash sticks to that. Brings us the wackiest innovation of any Mario Kart game, putting 2 characters on every kart instead of 1, pairing them up in dynamic duos with one character driving and the other using weapons and hanging on for dear life. The game's graphics are again a massive leap forward, and really marks the look of the series from here on out. The Gamecube was a beast of a machine, with awesome graphics from a new custom graphics chip which even went on to power the Wii. The characters are rendered in full 3D for the first time, and the levels are beautifully designed to match. The controls were just absolutely sublime, the flow of the levels so fast and vivid, and the drifting mechanic really refined. The way having 2 characters on the kart changes the strategy of the game is super interesting, and what sets this game apart from the others. Every character has a special item. Say if you paired Mario and Luigi, you would only get fireballs, as it's both their special item, but if you paired Mario and Bowser, you would get access to both Fireballs and Bowser's Shell. It sold around 7 million copies worldwide, a massive commercial success, but seems to be remembered with some disdain. For me, it's one of the games I've played the most. I love its fluidity and smoothness. That is its greatest innovation, and the game still preserves it to this day. Mario Kart with these 4 games absolutely locked itself into place as a giant in the industry, and these games are still played to this day by hundreds of thousands of people, competitively, as part of speedruns, or just for fun. Come back for the next video where I'll be talking about Mario Kart from the Nintendo DS up until now. This video has been a lot of fun researching and making, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Cheers guys.